Hi, this is Nick with SLG. So you've caught the chunk bug? By now I'm sure you've tried everything and nothing seems to be helping. Maybe you've decided enough is enough and it's time to open your own excavation company. Well, before you change your profession, I would like to have the opportunity to solve your problems beforehand. Today, we're going to go over the root cause of chunking and how to fix it for good. The primary symptom of a chunk is the infamous excavation job at your feet, laughing insidiously back at you from behind the ball. Let's get started. To illustrate what is happening, I have this hula hoop handy. You see, the hula hoop represents your swing arc. When you are excavating behind the ball, it's because you are bottoming out this arc behind the ball. We need to move this hula hoop here. Your center of mass dictates where the low point is in your swing. By moving the center of mass forward, we will move your swing's low point, as illustrated by the hula hoop forward as well. All right, so we need to move your low point forward. Well, how far, you might ask? For this, we can look to the pros. The pros have low points in their swing approximately 3.5 to 4.5 inches in front of the ball with an iron. One of the main drivers of a low handicap is a more repeatable low point in the swing, which is really a bellwether for how well you are transferring your weight from back to front prior to impact. Speaking of which, if you are not hitting the ball straight, I also recommend that you check out this video here on how to use a stock strong grip and how to line up to ensure you have the best chance to hit the ball straight. Back to the lesson at hand. We are going to talk about a couple of checkpoints that we can go through to figure out if you're doing this correctly or not. And if you're not, we can give you some drills to help you solidify your swing's low point. Firstly, let's assess where your center of mass is at impact. I want you to take a couple of practice swings, and I want you to feel where the weight is at impact. If you feel like the weight is back here, either by your feet or the fact that you are falling away from the ball, or maybe even impacting the turf back here, well before the center of your stance, the weight is definitely on your trailing side. For simplicity's sake, we want you impacting the turf somewhere around 2/3 the way towards your front foot. To accomplish this, we need to get the force you feel through your feet on your front leg. The ideal ratio is somewhere in the 80% to 20% range between your front and back respectively. Let's do a quick test to give you a feel for ensuring the pressure is mostly on your front leg. And we can do this test quickly. I want you to set up to an imaginary ball. Set up with your feet approximately your shoulder width apart. Maybe spread slightly to take the pressure off your knee joints and hips. Now I want you to address the virtual ball, and I want you to take your trailing foot and put it back behind you, and I want you to take a practice swing. If you can do that without falling back, you're definitely on the right track to transferring your weight correctly. However, if you're having troubles with this drill, I want you to try a couple of things with me, a couple of movements, and we're going to try and rehearse this to get you better at it. Let's drop that leg back again, and we're going to just take a few swings. Stance or grip, they don't really matter here. We're not going to try and hit a ball. All I want you to do is to feel how your body reacts to just kind of pumping up and down like this, to give yourself a tempo through the swing, balancing on that front foot. What this is going to do is it's going to teach you, as you're coming down, to turn properly and keep that low point forward in your swing. Try this. Let's put a ball here and see if we can actually manage to hit one like this. This is always a fun, challenging drill. Set up to the ball with your foot back. Take a normal stance just like you've been practicing, and I want you to hit a ball like this. Doesn't need to go that far, maybe 50 yards. You can hit the ball and still maintain that weight on the lead side and balance on your rear tiptoe. You're getting the hang of it. So, Were you able to hit the ball and balance on your toe? If you were, we've just about got this in the bag. Now let's talk about a few things that we're going to use to refine what we feel during that drill. Firstly, if you were able to do the drill, that means you're getting your pressure forward and your center of mass has to be in front of the ball. If it's not, your club face is always going to ground behind the ball when it needs to be up here, about 3 to 4 inches in front of the ball. All right. In order to lock this down, there are 2 additional feels that we need to have to go along with this drill to ensure that you will succeed. The first is, as you're coming down through impact, you need to feel that your trailing arm is underneath your leading arm and that you are rotating around your center of mass. If you don't do this, your body may stall out and your hands will outrace your body, leading to either a flip or a scoop. These are things that will prevent you from rotating properly. You want to rotate through the swing like this, so that you have the feeling that your leading arm is on an inclined plane above your trailing arm. This is absolutely vital. The next piece that is critical is you should feel your trunk rotating through the shot if you're doing this correctly. You're going to feel a stretch alongside your leading side as you move through impact, as your hips are working back up. You will feel the stretch through your glutes, your trunk, and your shoulder. This rotation is going to be key here. You'll probably feel the muscles on your lead side in this area firing quite a bit. That is good, because it means you're getting the extension in that side as you're coming through the ball. Those are what are really going to help you project your pressure forward and get some of that side bend, and you're going to see that your low point and your angle of attack are all going to be better. At this point, your low point's going to be around 4 inches in front of the ball. That's where you want to be. If you got those last feels in about the trunk rotation, keeping your side bend, and to make sure that your trailing arm is under your leading arm, now let's put this all together with a very simple demonstration. So now we are graduating to trial by fire. Line up to a ball. Let's start by taking a half a swing. This ball should not go more than 100 yards with whichever iron you want to use. I just want you to go back maybe to about here, and I want you to come through the ball, and I want you to finish with your weight nice and heavy on that front side. I want you to feel that stretch along your leading side as you come through the ball, and I want you to feel that your trailing arm is under your leading arm. So let's just take a couple of easy swings. It might take a bit to feel confident with this drill, and you don't have to do it hard, but this is what we need to ingrain. There we go. If you finish here nice and high on your trailing toe, you got a nice little extension in your hips, and they're approximately parallel to the target, you know you've succeeded in this drill, and you know for a fact that your low point is in front of that ball. So goodbye to chunking. Now that we've gone over the drill to accomplish this, let's go over those 3 checkpoints again to ensure that you're getting ball first contact. The first checkpoint is you need to have your weight centered over your lead leg at club delivery. The second is that you need to feel your trailing arm underneath your leading arm as you rotate through the ball. Finally, you should definitely be feeling a stretch in your lead side, caused by bringing you out of your side bend as your lead leg extends and brings you up and around. This is how you know your trunk is rotating properly. You're going to feel all the muscles from your lead quad, your glute, through your trunk and shoulder extend as you're coming through. You're going to feel the tightness back there as your whole body pivots up and around. If you succeed in feeling these 3 checkpoints that I just gave, I guarantee you that you're going to make much better impact and stop chunking that golf ball. Be sure to follow me on my YouTube channel, Southpaw Links Golf. Please like, subscribe, and share to watch more video content like this. Practice smarter, not harder. Until next time.